So when I'm sketching, I'm looking for shapes and starting points that will serve as guidelines throughout the rest of the drawing. I think it's important as well to always have an eraser. That's why I always start out with a pencil and an eraser. And to also make sure that the pencil is quite sharp, so if I need to do any kind of fine lines, I'm able to. One critical step before you actually start coloring is choosing all the right colors and taking a really hard look at the image that you're trying to recreate and making sure that all your colors are there at your disposal. Additionally, that all the colors are what the cap says they are. So I always have an extra piece of paper that I can kind of demo the color on to make sure it's what it's supposed to be. So in this step, you've chosen all your colors, you're ready to actually start coloring, and I find that it's very important in this step to pay very close attention to the image itself that you're trying to replicate and know where each color is supposed to go in the drawing. And also, don't be afraid to grab another color that you might have missed in the previous step. And lastly, just know when to use that fine tip and when to use the wider chisel tip of the marker that you're using in the drawing. So in this step, we're adding shading and other details from the image into our drawing. Shading is very important because it'll give your drawing a lot of depth. And what I find very helpful is to kind of use the shadows that you can see from the image and kind of follow those and just add darker tones that you can blend in. Now, my set of markers is similar to Copic markers or Prisma markers. So it includes what's called a blender marker. And I find that very helpful in getting the right shading down to give it that depth in my drawing. So in this last step, we are mainly adding touch-ups and fine details, including some last-minute blending with the blending marker. I also find that a pencil can be very helpful in this step because you can fill in some of the finer details with a nice sharpened fine-tip pencil. Those details can be things like making the outer lines smoother or filling in any tiny holes that you might have missed with your markers. And you can also add some texture with the pencil, kind of like I have with the beak and the feathers of the flamingo.